I hereby summon all my imps. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of discussion about a card that doesn't see much play anymore, which is simply Wizbang the Wonderful, and how it could possibly solve every single issue in Hearthstone going forward. First of all, you gotta be kidding me. First of all, for the new players and returning players, it's a card that you could just give to them straight off the bat. So that way you could actually have them have a card that can be played with starter decks. So let's face it, when you go and you do starter decks, nobody plays the starter decks. If you're going to make a deck and you're going to put dust and you're going to put crafting into making a deck, you're going to play a meta deck, not a starter deck. And that's so sad because so many of these starter decks are really well. And what I would like as a change is that when you click on Wizbang, he's no longer a card, but maybe changed into an actual hero. So that way when you click on him, you'd actually get a page that kind of looks like your normal hero page when you do it. So that way when you click on Wizbang, you actually get to choose which hero you wanted to. Like let's say you wanted to do a Demon Hunter, and then it would give you the option of either getting one of these three. So you would actually drag this card into here, and that would be your deck. So that way you could play the Royal Vault, you could play the Abyssal Assault, you could play the core Demon Hunter. Because if I was a brand new player and I was missing cards for the Royal Vault, and I crafted cards for the Royal Vault, I'm not playing this deck. This deck is not, something that somebody's going to take time out to play. I mean, if you get it as a returning deck, sure, but why not let other people just play it straight going forward? So that would solve basically your standard issue with a lot of people and almost nobody playing the starting decks. That would mean more starting decks on the ladder, more starting decks on the wild side. In Battlegrounds, you could add him in here as an actual choice when you go to pick your hero. He could actually be a hero that you get as a fourth option or a fifth option, where you'd pick him and you would just get a random hero to play going forward. You wouldn't even know what the hero was. That way you could kind of have kind of a guess of like what it would be, and it'd be kind of fun and challenging for some people to just play Wizbang and just get a random hero each time. The fact is that, sometimes it's just fun to do that in Battlegrounds. You could do it in Arena. I mean, when you go into Arena, nobody plays Arena anymore, because if you were going to pick Arena, okay, you get the three they get the three hero choices, but everybody just uses third-party software to pick the best hero and pick the best cards. Why not just let Wizbang be in there that you would click and will pick the best hero or pick the best cards, or pick good heroes and pick good cards? Maybe not the best, but just so that way you don't have to do it. Same thing with duels, it'd be a fun way to do duels, You pick Wizbang and you see how far you can run with just getting Wizbang and getting a random deck to start off and a random hero and a random power. I'm sure certain people would like it, maybe not in Heroic or in the paid versions of either of this. That's another thing, is that Arena just needs a free version. I think that would make more people do it. Even in Tavern Brawls, you pick Wizbang, and maybe you don't have the best deck for doing that Tavern Brawl that week. Maybe you're missing the correct cards. You pick Wizbang, you get them, and you have a good deck to run for every week. So that fixes, Hearthstone. That fixes Battlegrounds. That fixes Tavern Brawls. That fixes Duels. That fixes Arena. The only thing it doesn't fix is Solo Run, because you kind of really don't need the Solo Run. And the only other one that you can fix with this is Wizbang. You can actually fix Mercenaries with Wizbang. You put Wizbang into the game, and you don't actually make him a mercenary himself. You just give him a spot in the tavern. You make him one of the portraits, and when you actually click on him, what you would do is when you click on him, instead of him having his normal stuff, you click on him. I'll just use Serpentary as an option, and each one of these would take coins to fill. And when you clicked on him to upgrade him like you normally do, these coins would just be Wizbang coins, and that's what you would use for the extra mercenary coins. Any extra mercenary coins would just turn into Wizbang coins, and you could use this as a way of getting tasks that you're missing. Like, let's say it's the weekly event that's going to be happening in a while that says Cthulhu. Well, you could use Wizbang and click one of his tasks to get Toki's task back on the board. Or you could use it to put one of your mercenaries on the board who you haven't finished tasks with. I mean, that's just something that Wizbang could do. That's a way that you could use access coins, saying, hey, you know, you're missing coins for, let's say, Bran, because I think I'm missing coins for Bran. Instead of me going through and breaking open packs and trying and hoping for Bran coins, I could just use Wizbang coins to make it so that I would restart his task again. It would start at task 1 and you'd go down the road. The only thing that you would have to change is task 2 for everybody, because task 2 is usually in usually the equipment task, and you really don't need the equipment task on there. But you just throw in some coins and you're fine. And for everybody else on task 7 of the old people, the old guard, you use their new task 7, which already gives coins. So you just throw a few coins into task 2 as your task 2 reroll, and that would give you 16 more tasks to do. That's a way that you would burn coins. You would kind of get a random mercenary of any mercenary you're missing, so that way there's still a chance for you to want to buy some of the packs in the shop, some of the mercenaries in the shop, because if you really want that mercenary, if you really want that pack, it's going to take you a while to run through those tasks to get them completely off the list. And maybe make something where it's like, you know, you can't just trash the task list and do task 1 over and over again. If you pick Bran and you do task 1, then the next task is task 2, no matter when you pick it up, until you get to task 18, and then when you're done with that, you could start the task again. That would be an interesting way to do it, and all you would have to do is throw an extra 50 random coins into the pack and another extra 25 mercenary coins for task 2. Or just get it 30 coins for task 2 and skip the 50, and that'd be fine. You know, that's enough coins to use everything. And you're done. And then when you're done with that, you could run the task again. So Wizbang could solve Mercenary's coin problem. I think that's a good solution. It's not the best solution, but it's a solution where everybody kind of gets a little bit of what they need. You get to get, you know, coins that you're missing for mercenaries that you're missing by rerunning their tasks. You actually have to rerun the task, so you can't just, you know, spam it. And if you have all your mercenaries, or you're just missing a particular mercenary, you could do Toki's task over and over again to get random 50 coins. You know, if you want to waste your coins to get that, then fine. You know, there'd be conversion rate on it of, you know, say 2,000 for each level up. So that way you have to kind of bank on the coins to get the coins back. But that's a way that, you know, Wizbang could do that. And it just, you know, Wizbang could be your solution to Hearthstone. Could be your solution to Battlegrounds. Could be your solution to Mercenaries. It could be your solution to Arena, Duels, and Tavern Brawl. That way, no matter what you're doing, you could just start up the game with nothing else in your pocket, and you can just get going. So hopefully that will be a solution in the future to bring Wizbang back, because it's a great card that has a lot going to it. And it's kind of sad that the little Wiz doesn't see play anymore. So thank you all so much for watching. And as always, remember, play for fun.